So this is Mechanical Drawing 5, Part 2. We're going to keep going from where we left off from Part 1. Now, you may recall in Part 1 I said do not create these radiuses yet, and you're going to see why now. Because what we're going to do is we're going to create a construction line to the center of this circle. To do that, we need these corners to be sharp. So it tells us from here to here is 3.30. Well, here's not a really easy place to start from. So it tells us from that point over to the beginning is 1. So 1 plus 3.3 is 4.3. So let's swing on over to the drawing. Now keep in mind, all this stuff that we're going to draw takes place on the side with the large circles. Make sure that you're putting it on the correct side. So we're going to take our tape measure, or actually in this case we're going to use our pencil, and we're going to create a line 4.3 inches long, and that's going to be our first construction line. Now the other construction line that we're going to do is the vertical. It says from the center up to this point here is 3.24. Once again, that's not a real easy location to deal with. So if we go 3.24 and subtract 0.9, that's going to take us to the spot that we've already started from. So you might want to get your calculator out at 3.24, subtract 0.9, and you're going to end up with 2.34. 2.34. Okay. Right about now is a good idea to kind of rotate your drawing just to make sure that that line is straight. Once in a while, depending on perspective, it can get skewed. So what I'm going to do now is go rectangle to that point. Reason is we're now going to create a circle. It's a lot easier to create a circle on a flat surface than it is just the end of a line. So it says the large circle has a diameter of 1.5. and the smaller one has a diameter of 0.75. So let's go over here, and 1.5 divided by 2 is 0.75 inches. 0.75 divided by 2 is 0.375 inches. Okay. We're now going to take the pencil, and we're going to draw a line straight out. Red means straight past the outside of the circle. The reason is we got lucky this time, but not always are you going to have a point or an intersection line at the center. One of the faults of SketchUp is the circles are not true circles. So I always like to do that. Then what I'm going to do is go rectangle here over to here. And then from here to here. Then take your pencil, continue out to there. And we more or less have the rough portion of this part of the drawing done. Obviously, we're now going to have to create that radius. It's getting cluttered, so let's get rid of this. So it says over here in the print, it's got 1.5 radius. So there's more than one way to make a radius, but the kind of like the beginner easy way to do it is create a square 1.5 inches. Okay. Now if we zoom in, okay, we're good. Okay. If in the event you get a bit of it hangs over, that's a pretty good indication that somewhere down here you made a bit of a mistake. Because 1.5 from here to here, that's the math is going to work out that way. If you recall, the diameter of this circle is 1.5. So from here to here should be 1.5. You create a square and it overhangs or it hangs inside, it means something's askew. It's a good indicator to kind of backtrack and check. So let's go circle. Okay, let's get rid of the stuff we no longer need. Don't need that. Zoom in, make sure you take care of this. Not a big deal. If we need to, we can always fill that in. Okay. Let's go over here. We're going to get rid of this. And this. Let's get rid of this too. Okay. So it's now starting to look roughly like the drawing. Get rid of that. So let's go over here. And it says that the thickness of that's 0.5. So let's create our thickness. 0.5 inches. We've got that. Let's go over here, touch that. Okay, we can go there. Get rid of those lines. And let's now go over here. Now it says it's 6 out 0.9, so let's pull that out 0.9. Okay. We're now going to have to pull this one out. It does not give us an actual measurement, so we've got 2.1, and this is 0.9, and that right here is 0.5. So let's get out our calculator. Go 2.1, subtract 0.5, subtract 0.9, and we got 0.7. So let's push this out 0.7. Okay. We can delete that. Okay. Don't worry about lines and stuff in there, that's okay. So that's going to conclude part 2 of this tutorial.